Chris Biendi on the track.
Hi guys, welcome to Life with the Ants family. Yes guys, we've got a guest, my sister Emile. Yes guys, and you guys know me. All you are doing, it's been a while. Guess what? I started university and trust me, the workload is so heavy. So I've taken time out just to do my work and to bond with families. So anyways, today is Sister Keisha's birthday. Welcome you all. Happy birthday, Sister Keisha. I hope you did enjoy the time that we spent today. So anyway, guys, Sister Emile is going to introduce a topic that we are about to talk on. So I'll leave it up to her.
Hi guys, how are you doing? I'm Emma from Emma's Life, and today we'll be talking about loving after earth.
I guess we all can comprehend. We all have something to say on this topic because there's some point in our life we've been hurt while loving and then love after being hurt. So yeah, we're gonna do it generalize it. Sorry for tying up my tongue. So I just leave Auntie Emma to to emphasize some more on loving after being hurt.
Okay guys, basically all of us go through a period in life where we get hurt, whether by family member, friends, acquaintance, or even people that we choose to trust. So I have experiences, Hannah have experiences, and it's a choice because after you get hurt, you tend to build a wall up, and it's a choice to tear that wall down and to open up to new people, new experiences, and to start learning to trust people. So basically, I'm in the process, learning to love again, learning to trust again, based on some experience that I had in my life. It's not easy, it's hard, because they have a saying where we come from in Jamaica, memories don't live like people do. And sometimes you want to move on to say or to trust someone, but then you have a flashback where you have a memory about what people done to you before, and it tends to make you put your guards up or pull back and all of that. But for me, now I love people not with expectations, or I do not put them in a place where I expect them to love me in return the way that I love them. But I put them in a place where they can fulfill their thing and I can do mine. And it's not bad when you put boundaries, when you talk to people or when you choose to love people. You have to have boundaries because you have to protect your heart and you have to protect your mental health, which is really important. And for me, I put a strategy together where now I love and I do not just go ahead and trust people. They have to earn that trust.
Right. For me, basically, over a period of time, once you're alive, you're gonna fall in different categories of people. You're gonna have people who are fake. You're gonna have people who are half fake. That's how I put it in my category. And then you're gonna have the real people. And what I've learned over the years is, we go by the Bible because we are Christians. Oh no man, nothing but love. So I realize that I am not obligated to give my all to any man because we only give our all to God. And I believe that if you're in a transparent relationship, the trust can build. And for me, I've learned a lot. And a lot of people camouflage to be something that they're really not. And I've learned that you have to spend time in getting to knowing someone, because people can put on a facade, that's what's the word? Facade, and front it to say, okay, then I'm this sort of person. Then when they pull off those masks or whatever, guys, is not what you think. and then you end up giving your all to someone. It can be friendship. I'm not just talking about relationship. It can be friendships, family relationships. It can be, like your co-workers, because sometimes we are people who suck up, especially when you are a loving person. You can end up sucking up like a sponge, and then you get so drained where you're thinking, okay, then the person should have felt the same way as how you feel about them, because you are giving so much and not getting. So what my apostle told me, he spoke on, listen, life is about balancing. If you can't hold your part of the balance, then it's not working. It doesn't matter if it's a friendship, because you cannot be a friend and they're sucking so much and you're not getting back. And it cannot be a relationship, or whether boyfriend, girlfriend, marital relationship, or whatever out there. You cannot be giving 100 and the person is not giving the same. So that's where you're going to leave the other person so broken, so torn, and rip apart. And that's where the trust issue fall into place. People is afraid. That's why you have a lot of people out there who are schizophrenic, people out there who what's that thing called bipolar, because of certain traumas. So people think that, okay, traumas can come through only sexual abuse or being physical abuse, but it can come through mental abuse, emotional abuse, and I think I've spoken on the different type of abuses. Don't allow anyone to make you feel as if you are less and they are more. Life is about a balance, as I said before. You're both equal. If you're broken, I would say do not enter into another relationship, because while you're broken, the other person might be whole, and then you're going to pull that person apart because you're going to judge a person according to your past relationship. So make sure that, after being hurt, take time out for self. Build self first, number one, and that's what I've learned. Because we as female, we work off our emotions. So once you love, I can speak for myself, and Emma can speak for herself. Once we love someone, in a form of relationship, I'm the sort of person I'm going to give 100. And I realize that you need to reserve some, just in case. Just in case if something should happen. So okay, then you expect that, so you reserve back something for yourself. People are people, and there are people who, people keep on changing. And we cannot stop that transition, because that's what we were born for, to change. When you're a baby, it takes a transition to creep, then to walk, creep, then walk, then you run. So you can't run and not creeping. I've never seen that before. So in a person, once their transition is not for the better and it's for the worse, then you know that, okay, then you have to have that sort of reserve inside of you. I don't know if you get what I'm saying, Auntie Emma. Mm-hmm. Reserve some of your love. I'm not going to say, okay, then you're not going to open up your heart, but I believe that reserve, so therefore you won't be so broken. And then you're taking over that brokenness, spill it over into a new relationship, and then it doesn't work, and then it starts all over again. But Auntie Emma is going to emphasize some more on it.
Okay, guys, you have people that are physically mature but not mentally. Mm-hmm. And we have to be careful when we open up to people and we expect them to perform the same way that we do. Because basically, if I am stuck mentally at the age of 15, but I'm mature at the age of, say, 39, 40, and then I'm acting as if I'm a teenager and I'm acting as if I'm carefree, and then I meet someone or have a friend that is more conscious in the things that they do and more mature, they're going to find it really difficult to deal with me as an individual, because I am not at the level that they are, and my reasoning level is going to be different. The way that I perceive life is going to be totally different. And then again, they have a saying that you need to compromise. Compromise for who? Compromise for you. You don't compromise for people that are not willing to compromise for you.
That's right.
You don't try for people that are not willing to try for you. And this thing that people call love, they make it so cliche nowadays. Like, it's easy for them to say I love you. It's easy for them. Love is not something that is spoken from the mouth. Love is something that happens over a period of time. The way the person look at you, the way the person treats you, the sacrifices that the person make for you. When you're down, if the person is there to pick you up, even if the person cannot financially support or help you, but physically and emotionally, they must be there to help you up as an individual. You don't have to have a lot of people that love you. You just need 2 or 3 faithful people. And that's all you need in life, guys. This old group of friends and this old group of people that you want to love you and all of that. What you realize that the people nowadays are easier to be fake than to be real.
Yep.
And when they see real, they don't know how to accept real. Basically, for me, if I'm dealing with somebody, I show them who I am. When I am silly, I'm miserable. I can be moody at times. And it's me showing you this is who I am. Well, if you don't accept who I am, then you cannot be my friend and you cannot be in my circle. Because at the end of the day, everybody has a fault. Everybody has a shortcoming.
Antonio, don't you think there's a lot of broken people out there because of people who are being fake? You know, allow someone, okay, for instance, all right, then I put myself in a position where, okay, then you see this person, they show you that they love you. They're showing you at the time, okay, then I love you, I'll be your ride and die. And then when you get to know the person, then the person start disrespecting you, treating you as if you are nothing, and then it's like they leave you so broken. Because I'm speaking about myself, like I've been in a relationship where I've left so broken for no reason. So how can you find yourself to a place where you can open your heart to love again, to accept that person, to say, okay, then this is the last person that's treated me like this. They left me broken. They don't care. How can I accept someone else to say, okay, then they're gonna treat me better?
All right, I have 2 things. What is a ride or die?
Right.
1, you don't know if a person will be a ride or die because 1, people is not going to lay down their life for you. They're not going to know that you're going to get a bullet and they're going to stand there and take the bullet for you. 1, there's a limitation to human beings. They love based on what they can receive. They love based on what they can obtain from you as an individual, whether spiritually, physically, financially, or mentally. They can learn something from you, right? And as sad as it sounds, that is how we operate as human beings. 2, it's a process.
It is.
Because at the end of the day, I had relationships where it was broken, friendships where it was broken. And then I had to pull myself back and think and say, did I do something or give off a signal to make that person behave in that manner? So first I had to start searching myself. Because sometimes our mouth can say something, but then our body language will say something else.
Yeah.
And I had to pull myself back and think like, what am I doing? Am my body language sending a different message from what I'm saying to the person that listen? Yeah, I check for you, I love you, this is me, I'm here. And you have to understand, like, we all human beings, we have our shortcoming. No man is perfect, no woman is perfect.
Exactly. Yep.
Only God himself is perfect.
Yep.
Yeah. And there are days when I am here, I don't want to see anybody, I don't want to talk to anybody.
Yep.
Which that is my time.
Yep.
To basically go through and just process everything in my head, process everything that I've been through, process everything, my emotions and everything.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, one thing, if you don't love yourself, you will not be able to love anyone. And I've learned that the hardest way. Because and Auntie Anne said something that is really important. When you get hurt or when you get disappointed, take the time out to filter stuff before you move on to the next friendship or to the next relationship. Because you don't want to be a human being where you get numb, where you stop feeling emotions. And our apostle always said broken people hurt people.
Right.
Because we are broken. And then we're thinking in a broken mode where, we're very offensive, like to things like, okay, so I'm not going to trust you.
Defensive. Yes, they get also defensive. Like I don't stop your anthem, but you see, what I've realized in life, when you're broken, like you get a broken glass, like this is a whole glass. So if I break this, it's gonna need mending, and sometimes it can be broken into many pieces. Like some people harbors hurt, like you have some introverts, is that the word? You know, people that keeps things inside and they hold on to it, and to every pain that comes, it's added on to the old pain, and it becomes one big baggage. Like I was that person where I harbored things inside, and I didn't understand why these things are happening to me, why people are hurting me. I'm just a loving person. I know that everyone, as Auntie Emma said, have their shortcomings, but my good ways outweigh the bads. So I didn't understand what is happening, what is going on. But listen, if you are out there as a man or as a woman and you've been hurt, listen, there's life after hurt. There is darkness, like in the nighttime, and there's morning. So it doesn't, circumstances doesn't last forever. It's just that what you've learned from the situation. You know, a lot of people goes into a cycle where you tends to go through the same motions, allowing the same set of people. It may be different faces, but the same actions. So you have to learn who you allow in and who you let out. Like for me, like I've built up this thing for myself. Like I'm strong enough. I don't need anyone but God. Like everybody needs someone, but I mean, like emotionally, I don't need someone to build me emotionally. And I used to be like this. I strive after other people emotion. I need people to make me happy because I was suffering from some form of, self-neglect. Like I didn't love myself enough. Like, look at me, I'm beautiful. Auntie Emma is very beautiful. Like, we don't need a man to enhance us. We don't need a friend to enhance us because we've got God within us. So we don't need no one. But then it's like an added piece to your life. You can't just live in the world and just be by yourself. No man is an island. No man stands alone. But I mean, you're going to strategize, if that's the word. Yeah. And you're going to cover your blind spot. It's just like driving. You're not going to drive without having your rear view mirror and having your interior mirror. You're going to use everything to cover your blind spot. Don't allow the same thing that happens to you before to be a reoccurrence. And that's why you have so many mad people. Like I've worked in institutions where there's people who have gotten hurt from their husbands, their wife, their friends, their family, and it affects them mentally. The reason why it affects them mentally because they haven't taken the time out. Okay, then you're hurting, you need help. Go and seek help. There's a lot of institutions where you can speak to a counselor, even if you're in church, you can speak to your pastors, or find someone who you can confide in and let it out. Because listen, each and every one of us has got our own, what will you say, Adam. If you're a man, you have your own Eve. You got the ribs of your ribs and the bone of your bones. You might be in a relationship and it don't work out. It's not the ending of the world. Yes, you may invest a lot in that person. Yes, you may give your time. Yes, you may cry with the person. You may be that shoulder to lean on and they just throw water and you have been there. And I can testify that there is love after being hurt. You want to pick up on that, Auntie Emma?
Okay, we have to realize that I've heard my apostle said this. Do not marry to your project.
Boom. Say it again.
Do not get married to your project.
Boom.
People tend to say that we invest in a lot of people,
right.
Sister Anne, but the thing is, what people don't understand that person maybe was your project to bring them to a next level.
Yeah.
There are people that come in your life to teach you lessons, to hurt you, to build you up. And if you in that season or in that time, you do not know the individual differently, you will choose and think that, okay, this person comes showing me love. At that time, you may need somebody to show you love. But that don't necessarily mean that the person is in love with you.
Right.
They're just there to build you up as in love. And you tend to say, oh, I'm in love with that person. Okay, I have to marry to that person. No. Sometimes it's good to wait. It is good. If Auntie Anne wished for me to discuss, me and Auntie Anne, we know each other for what, 7 years? 8 years this year.
8 years, yeah.
And we've been through ups and downs. We've been friends.
Yeah.
But then we had our ups and downs, and then we had to pull ourselves apart and try to look and work through our emotions and realize that she was hurting, I was hurting.
Yeah.
And that the love is there.
Right.
But there had to be boundaries. There had to be certain things set in place for it to work.
As well. We both were going through hurt on different levels, and we spilled it over into our relationship. So it wasn't even about Auntie Emma, and I can say it wasn't even about me. It was something that was, needed to be surfaced. Something happening in our personal life that we didn't even know how to deal with it maturely, and then we spill it over. So I believe that it wasn't even about us. When you look down to the foundation, of the situation. It wasn't even about us. We were both going through, and that's the reason why we are here strong as women. Women empowering other women. So we are empowering each other by learning from each other and know how to move forward with an excellent spirit. So carry on, Auntie Emma. That's right. Go on.
And you know, over the years, I have learned something. And this is what it took a lot of time spending time in God's presence and a lot of time meditating and listening to God. He said the reason why you always feel that you're depleted or you get hurt is because you place expectations on people.
Right.
And when they do not fulfill that expectation, you feel that they have hurt you, which it shouldn't be so. The thing is, now I do not place expectation on people. One. Two, I have a relationship with people,
Right.
and I understand as human being that they have their good and their bad days. That doesn't mean that they're a bad person. And I am not here to judge. I am not here to say that, okay, because you did this in your past, because they said that your past does not determine
Your future. Yeah.
So for me, I would say don't put too much expectation on people. Work with in the moment,
Right.
and each day build. One thing God said to love, you have to love people.
Yes.
Two, people have to earn your trust. If they get it easy, they will disrespect you quicker than all you think.
Take it for granted.
Right? So they have to earn your trust. When people earn things, they value it.
Boom. That's a big word. Value. Yep.
And once a person values something, it's just like me working. When I work and I get my pay, I'm not going to just spend it on something one go. I'm going to put something aside. Because at the end of the day, I know how hard it is to earn my money. Now, if I was getting it easy and I don't have to work for it, I would say, okay, I will get it easy the next month, and I'll get it easy the next month. So I just waste it or squander it. It's the same thing as a relationship and trust. So me and Auntie Ann now, we're in the process now as in building, and we have other young ladies with us, and it is really good. The love, it is so pure.
Yes.
And what people don't understand, like when the love is there, like the Holy Spirit is never missing.
That's right.
He's always there. Remember,
Let me add this to Auntie Emma. You see, what just came to mind is, moving from being hurt into another relationship. Sometimes you can go into a relationship with yourself. It's about self-upliftment. You can uplift yourself by, go and do a course, or, go and treat yourself. Learn to love yourself, because Auntie Emma mentioned one thing, self-love. You see, if you don't love yourself, and that's what I've realized when I was very much broken and depressed. I did not love myself. Look at yourself. Even if you have a big guts or a big belly, as we women would say, love yourself. That's you. That's what enhances you. That's what makes you into the person that you are today. So if you don't love yourself, you won't find that person to love you. Even if in a friendship, they're going to take it for granted because they see that, okay, then you're very pessimistic about yourself. You don't see much of yourself. You don't even want to do nothing with yourself. So all you expect someone else to do something with you. Build yourself as a person. Build yourself emotionally, mentally, physically, and make sure you are solid. When you're a solid person, just like a rock, I think it's Capleton, solid as a rock. You just can't stop me now. When you're solid, and make sure your solid foundation, Sizzla Kalonji, I don't even know. Your solid foundation is in God. Then you are a solid person. Listen, hurt is gonna come, but practice to make things sink in your spirit too much. That's what I'm practicing. Like, words is something, when you embedded it in your heart, it grows seed. And that's the reason why there's a lot of unforgiveness. You can't forgive yourself for allowing this person to hurt you, and then you can't move on from it. Listen, emancipate yourself from mental freedom. Sometimes we hear certain sound, mental slavery, but I said mental freedom. The reason why I said mental freedom is that you have this thing in your mind captivated, your freedom, as in your peace, your happiness. You know, your joy, because what? You're gonna let one person ruin your whole entire life. Because okay, then you've been in a wrong relationship. As I can't emphasize enough, because I'm coming from a place of experience. And a lot of people tries to give story without being can relate to what others are going through. This is from a place of experience for the both of us. You know, you have to make sure, you know, you develop yourself maturely. Because a lot of, I've seen men out there, women out there, 30 enough, 40 enough, and them still not mature mentally. So therefore, you're going to get a child to deal with. And, you know, I've heard my apostle, my mom said this to me. A man or a woman is not your child. You're not their parent. So therefore, you don't need to grow them up. They need to be mature enough to match your level. You know, like I heard my children singing, level up. Let that man level up to your level. You never come down. Let that friend level up, because if that friend love you, they're going to see that you set a certain standard, and that's this way it's going to say it can only go higher but not lower. Do not bring down your self-esteem or your worth to match anybody's. Let them come up, let them say you're going too much. Alright then, because you know what you have been through. So don't allow yourself to relive the past and to go into a demonic cycle. So guys, I hope you enjoy our chat today about moving on from earth into a new relationship. There is love after being earth. There is light after the dark. You know, you can only go up in love. Turn up in a love.
In there. Yes, guys. Remember, guys, loving yourself is not wrong. If you don't love you, who is gonna love you? Learn to love you first. And I challenge you today. Work on yourself for 6 months.
Yep.
Learn about your ways, your ups and your downs. Learn about things about yourself. So when you enter into a relationship, you will know exactly who you are, and the person will know you too, because you have already showed them the picture of who you are. Respect yourself so others will respect you, because if you don't respect yourself, there's no one that's going to respect you. Trust me. Learn to respect yourself, and if you show people that you respect yourself, they will respect you in return.
Thank you guys for watching. Remember to subscribe, like, share, and comment. And don't forget to turn on your post notification bell. Guys, we're looking forward to see you comment in the comment section. Tell us the next video you would like to see from us. Yes, guys, I am studying, but we've got time for our fans and our viewers. Bye for now.